How to photograph the total lunar eclipse happening on March 14th, 2025, step by step. Hello PhotoPiller, Rafael the Bar here. In this video you'll learn how to photograph the coming total lunar eclipse that occurs on March 14th, 2025, or any other total eclipse that will occur in the future. So get ready to learn how to photograph all the phases of the eclipse, including the always amazing phase of totality, and also how to photograph the eclipse when aligned with an interesting subject you like, or powerful sun, or powerful landscape. Ready? Because as always, everything begins with the plan. As you know, the total lunar eclipse won't be visible from everywhere. It will be visible only in certain places on the planet. So the first thing you need to do is to use PhotoPills to plan your total lunar eclipse shots. So you figure out where to go, the shooting spot, and the shooting date and time the photo of the eclipse that you want to capture actually occurs. Like I did, this is my plan. If on March 14th, 2025 at 6:49 AM I am at the red pin position here in Menorca, I'll be able to photograph a partial moon next to the amazing Artruch lighthouse. And the moon will be pretty big, you see. The size of the moon is represented on the map by this blue band. So as you see, the moon is going to be huge. Actually, you can go to panel number 2 and check the size of the moon, which is going to be, you have it in brackets, 11.2 meters. Pretty cool. So this is my plan. What is yours? If you wish to plan your lunar eclipse photo, if you wish to plan the total lunar eclipse on March 14th, 2025, I made this video to help you, so watch it. Whether your goal is to photograph only the phases of the eclipse without foreground, or to photograph the eclipse aligned with an interesting subject, you'll need the same equipment you need to photograph the moon. You'll need a tripod and head, your camera of course, and a telephoto lens. 300mm, 400, 500 or more. The longer the better. Here, if you have a crop sensor camera, you'll benefit from the multiplying effect on the focal length of the crop sensor. And if you have a teleconverter, it may be a good idea to use it too, to get a much longer focal length. Also, if you wish to create a composite image like this one, then you'll need a second camera and a wide-angle lens to photograph the complete path of the total lunar eclipse and the landscape. Finally, always use a shutter release or an intervalometer, because the less you touch the camera, the better. Avoid vibrations at all costs, because vibrations produce blurry images, and we don't want that. On the eclipse date, arrive at the shooting location, the red pin position, at least 1 hour before the shooting time, or at least 1 hour the eclipse begins. Set everything at the planned shooting spot. This is the red pin position of the PhotoPills plan. And once you are at the red pin position, you can always use the PhotoPills on view to visualize the position and path of the eclipse throughout the sky. This will help you understand that you are at the right shooting spot. Now set the focal length you wish to use to get the composition you want. For example, 500mm. If your goal is to photograph only the faces of the eclipse without foreground, then meet the light on the surface of the moon before the eclipse begins. Set an aperture of f8 to get an ISD depth of field, but always get ready to open the aperture a bit, for example to f5.6 or even wider, to keep the shutter speed under 1 second, because you want to avoid motion blur on the moon due to the rotation of Earth. Now set the ISO to 100, but again get ready to push the ISO up to 200, 400, even 800 to keep the shutter speed under 1 second. Now set the shutter speed that gives you the right exposure on the moon. For example, during the partial phase of the eclipse, set the base shutter speed of 1/125 seconds. And bracket your exposure to make sure that you get at least one photo correctly exposed. Usually a one-stop bracketing of 3 photos works in most of the cases. As the eclipse progresses, the moon is getting darker and darker, so you'll have to increase the exposure to get more detail in the shadows. So during totality, you should use slower shutter speeds. For example, half a second. But remember, don't go over 1 second if you can. Now make focus on the moon. And if you're photographing the eclipse aligned with an interesting subject, make focus on your subject. Then take a test shot and check that the moon or both the moon and your subject are in focus. By the way, there is an easy way to make sure that when you're focusing on your subject, the eclipse will be also acceptably sharp. And I explain it in this video. Watch it. And last but not least, check that the exposure is right. Check that you're capturing detail in the highlights and in the shadows. If something looks wrong on the focusing or in the exposure, make the necessary adjustments. Now, if you wish to learn more on how to photograph a total lunar eclipse, I invite you to download and study well our super detailed lunar eclipse photography guide. I'm going to leave a link to the guide in the description of this video and in the first comment below. And as always, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday in another video. And remember, I have the power to imagine, plan and shoot legendary photos. Bye!